One of the most influential indie horror video games out there has to be Five Nights at Freddy's. What started as a game developer's final resort to create a game before he ended up throwing in the towel and quitting, eventually became a large, story-ridden world with just too much lore that even the can of worms to the left seems like a small caterpillar compared to a giant. That being said, you could place many genres on this game series that make sense, like horror, point and click, atmospheric. But the genre roguelike probably doesn't cross your mind. You might be thinking, roguelike? FNaF? Oh! That's you. That's what you sound like. Yes, it seems rather odd, because how could you create a FNaF game, a sit-and-survive horror game, combine it with a roguelike, and have it be successful? Well, the developer Dear surely did it. Too Many Nights is a 2024 FNaF Fangame that combines sit-and-survive gameplay with roguelike-styled menus and elements. The game has a stylized, pixelated look. Most of the office is one singular shade of purple, which, seen as the art, is really simplistic, and the animatronic designs are just outlines. You'd probably think it'd be quite difficult to discern anything on the cameras. But no, the characters all have distinct, vibrant outlines that differentiate every animatronic from each other. The gameplay is fast-paced and can be split into two different parts, the Office and the Post-Night Selections. The Office is your standard FNaF gameplay, but sped up tenfold. The nights are 30 seconds to a minute long and are very eventful. Before you begin a night, you are presented with a screen that prompts you to choose 3 animatronics. Side note, depending on what character you play as, the amount of animatronics you have to choose may change, the most prime example of this being Henry. Once you choose these 3 characters, the night truly begins. Now, every time you successfully defend from an animatronic, you gain a coin /scrap /metal. Seriously, I don't know what they are, so I'll just call them coins from now on. Anyways, defending an animatronic requires you to do what the game tells you to do. Shocker, I know. For instance, Percy Poodle, from Playtime with Percy, will sometimes bang on your window. If you shine your light on him, he'll stop hitting the window for a short time. Also, if the game's explanation isn't so clear on what to do, you can hover over the character's icon on the select screen and it will give you a video demonstration. You have no excuse for being bad. With a banger soundtrack which has been playing this entire time, the night segments are fast and eventful and are only amplified by the next gameplay factor, the post-night selections. The post-night segments can be broken up into 3 parts: character selection, penalties, and the shop. After every night, you will always choose at least 1 new animatronic to add to your hellhole of a night. A new threat to the table. The penalties are items that modify the way an animatronic works. For example, the man himself, Freddy Fazbear, has a modifier where, if he gets to the left door, he will jam it for the rest of the night. These modifiers also give you more coins for successful defense, which act as currency for the shop. The shop gives you a little ease in the night for a price of coins. They act as reverse penalties. For example, one of them shaves off 2 seconds of every hour, making your hectic shift a little more easy. Now, there is a part of this game I've severely neglected: the playable characters. These act as difficulty selections, Mike being the normal game mode, Elizabeth and Evan being the easiest, and Cassidy being the hardest but most rewarding. You can unlock new characters at a moment's notice if you just meet their unlock criteria. My personal favorite way to play is as Henry, just way more chaos in the room. With a very diverse cast of animatronics, Too Many Nights is a prime example on why FNaF fan games can have a little more creativity in them outside of the standard gameplay. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me, so if you enjoyed, like the video, subscribe with notifications so you never miss an upload, and make sure you're staying tuned for my October month special. I'm sorry I missed last week, but that's all from me. Goodbye!